Sister Spouses Christine Brown's Airbnb is prepared for tenants. How much? In the Sunday, January 19th episode of Sister Spouses, Christine Earthy, Colored Woolley shared her most recent undertaking. She and her better half, David Woolley, had bought a home in Moab, Utah, to make it an Airbnb. Presently, it is prepared for leaseholders, yet what amount will it cost each evening? Continue to peruse for additional subtleties. Christine Brown's Airbnb is prepared for tenants. For a long time, Christine Earthy Colored Woolley's occupation was being the dedicated third spouse. She brought up the children and kept the home. She was the yes spouse. However, as she has uncovered on Sister Spouses, that became debilitating and she could never again make it happen. The mother of 6 was not pondering herself, yet rather every other person in her plural family, and her better half, Kody Brown. In the end, she let him know that she needed to withdraw some, yet it was only after they moved to Las Vegas that she contemplated a profession. She and Janelle Brown went to land school and acquired their licenses. IT was excessively tedious for Christine, so she invested energy hustling for my sister wife's storage room until she tracked down MLMs. She could remain at home while creating a pay. At the point when she left Kody, she was all the while hustling, and since she has hitched David Woolley, there is such an excessive daily routine that she needs to experience. One thing they concluded to do was purchase a home in Moab so they could make it into an Airbnb. Her child, Paydon Brown, noted it might not have been a fantasy of hers, but rather now that she can make it happen, she will. The couple and Christine Earthy Colored Woolley's kids were seen moving things from the couple's home to take to Moab. Presently, it is accessible to be leased, yet at what cost? As per Distractify, the Moab home expensed the couple $676,000 and has 3 rooms, more than 2 showers. 8 visitors can fit in the home and elements an occasional pool, hot tub, and all conveniences for families going with kids. Family game evening. Christine Earthy Colored Woolley has guaranteed each visitor won't ever need to leave to have a good time. There are prepackaged games in addition to a high seat and a playpen, as well as things to understand when the time has come to kick back and unwind. Tragically, assuming visitors have pets, they should remain at home. With respect to the sticker price on the Moab Airbnb, visitors should remain for something like 2 evenings. In the event that somebody monitors a Monday and were to leave on a Wednesday, every night is $140. Notwithstanding, there is a $140 cleaning charge in addition to a $59 Airbnb expense. Including charges, it is more than $530. Obviously, weekend stays are far pricier, with every late evening going up to $389, making disheartened and scrutinizing the future of the once earth-shattering reality series. What started as an intriguing investigate the complexities of plural marriage and the elements of the earthy colored family has reverted into dull show, excessively fabricated storylines, and an obvious absence of validness. Fans who enthusiastically tuned in expecting a new point of view and conclusion on waiting contentions rather feel like they've been served a rerun of old issues and irritating pressure, passing on numerous to pronounce the season and legendary faceplant. Why fans are disheartened with Season 19. 1. Reused storylines. Perhaps of the most widely recognized grievance about Season 19 is its absence of innovation. Fans have brought up that a large number of the significant subjects this season, clashes over Coyote Pass, Kody's partiality toward Robin, and stressed associations with different spouses, have been more than once investigated in before seasons. What's more awful, no significant headway has been made on these issues, leaving fans disappointed and feeling like the show is essentially wasting. Now is the ideal time. The continuous Coyote Pass storyline, for example, has delayed for different seasons without goal. Rather than pushing ahead with development or pursuing authoritative choices, watchers have been exposed to one more round of contentions, allegations, and hesitation. Fans were likewise guaranteed knowledge into Christine's new life in Utah and the aftermath of her separation from Kody, yet these minutes were eclipsed by similar tired conversations about funds, fault, and reliability. 2. Overfocus on Kody and Robin. Season 19 has been vigorously scrutinized for its mind-boggling center around Kody and Robin Brown. While they stay fundamental to the family's ongoing dynamic, numerous watchers feel the show has turned into the Kody and Robin show, sidelining different spouses and their accounts. Kody's bias toward Robin has for some time been an irritated point among fans, yet season 19 appears to solidify the possibility that the other family's requirements and sentiments assume a lower priority. His pretentious mentality toward Janelle and Mary, joined with his reluctance to take responsibility for his broke connections, has left watchers disappointed. Robin, then again, has been blamed by fans for being manipulative and self-serving, further estranging crowds. This unequal account has denied the demonstration of the variety of points of view that made it fascinating in any case. Early seasons blossomed with displaying the remarkable characters and difficulties of every spouse. Presently, the center feels excessively tight, making the show less unique and appealing. 3. Made show and overhyped mysteries. Fans were amped up for the special mysteries for season 19, which guaranteed unstable disclosures, tense showdowns, and even indicates a potential aftermath among Kody and Robin. Nonetheless, as the season advanced, obviously a significant number of these minutes were overhyped or controlled through cunning altering. One model is the eagerly awaited a showdown among Christine and Robin, which fans accepted would carry conclusion to their continuous clash. All things considered, the scene ended up being definitely less sensational than promoted, leaving watchers frustrated. Essentially, clasps of Janelle confronting Kody in reviews gave fans expect a significant change in power elements, yet those minutes were brief and needed substance. Many fans presently feel that the show is depending on misdirecting, altering and fabricated show to keep watchers snared, instead of conveying legitimate and convincing substance. 4. Absence of character development. One more significant issue with season 19 is the absence of character development among the cast. While Christine has given indications of self-improvement and freedom since leaving Kody, different individuals from the family appear to be trapped in similar patterns of fault and forswearing. Mary, for instance, has been depicted as sticking to her relationship with Kody in spite of long stretches of dismissal and close-to-home distance. While she has alluded to self-improvement and new undertakings, these minutes are eclipsed by her proceeded with contribution in the family's poisonous dynamic. Janelle, who has for some time been a fan number one for her even-minded and free methodology, has likewise confronted analysis this season for her hesitance to split away from Kody completely. Fans were expecting to see her move toward freedom, however quite a bit of her storyline has been generally talked about via web-based entertainment stages like Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook. Calls to end the show, many fans accept sister spouses has run its course and that it's the ideal opportunity for attention to end the series. Remarks like "this show is only a money get as of now and pretty much nothing remains to be said, just let it bite the dust" have become progressively normal. Analysis of Kody's way of behaving. Watchers have not kept down in censuring Kody's treatment of his spouses, especially his cavalier mentality toward Janelle and Christine. A few fans have even called for tender loving care, to consider him responsible on-screen for his activities. Dissatisfaction with Robin. Robin stays one of the most polarizing figures on the show, with many fans blaming her for controlling Kody and playing the person in question. Her expanded screen time this season has just powered the backfire. What fans needed versus what they got. Fans entered season 19 with high expectations for convincing storylines and significant goals. Many were eager to see Christine's new life, experiences into Christine's process post-separate, incorporating her relationship with David Woolley and her new life in Utah. Janelle's freedom, a more profound glance at Janelle's excursion toward monetary and close-to-home freedom from Kody. Responsibility, a retribution for Kody and Robin's activities, remembering their job for the family's breaks. Tragically, these storylines were either immature or eclipsed by monotonous show and fabricated struggle. The fate of sister spouses. Season 19 has left many fans contemplating whether sister spouses can recuperate from its momentum droop. While the show actually has a faithful following, obviously tremendous changes are expected to keep crowds locked in. Potential enhancements. Center around individual excursions, feature the self-awareness of Christine, Janelle, and even Mary, as opposed to revolving each storyline around Kody and Robin. More legitimate substance. create some distance from fabricated show and spotlight on authentic minutes and goals. Conclusion for the series, assuming Sister Spouses is approaching its end, give fans a wonderful end that ponders the family's excursion and gives conclusion to long-running storylines. End. Season 19 of Sister Spouses vowed to convey dangerous show and new viewpoints, however rather left fans feeling disappointed and frustrated. With reused storylines, an overfocus on Kody and Robin, and an absence of significant goals, the season has been generally reprimanded as an incredible faceplant. While there is as yet potential for the series to recapture its balance, it will require a change in concentrate, more adjusted narrating, and a promise to genuineness. Up to that point, many fans are yet reliable figure all through the series' 19 seasons. In spite of her rough relationship with Kody Brown and the undeniably broken relational intricacy, Meri has figured out how to stay in the public eye, constructing a day-to-day existence that goes past the show. Presently, Meri is ending her quietness on the fate of Sister Spouses, indicating creation plans and what fans could expect pushing ahead. As hypothesis about the series' destiny develops, Meri's new remarks have offered some knowledge into whether the show will proceed, what storylines could be investigated, and the way that her own job could advance in later seasons. Meri Earthy Collard's remarks on future seasons. In a new live stream with her companion Jen Sullivan during their Fridays with Companions series, Meri resolved fans' consuming inquiries concerning Sister Spouses and its future creation plans. While she stayed hush about unambiguous subtleties, she indicated that the show is nowhere near finished. There's in every case more going on in the background, Meri prodded, adding that creation discussions are progressing and that fans haven't seen the full image of what's going on in the background. Meri conceded that the shooting system has become more convoluted because of the moving elements inside the family. With Christine and Janelle to a great extent continuing on from their union with Kody, and with Meri herself venturing ceaselessly sincerely from her previous spouse, the family's design has changed fundamentally. In any case, Meri recommended that this development could make for much seriously convincing TV. This isn't the end, it's simply the start of another part, she said, filling hypothesis that impending seasons could zero in on the existences of the singular spouses as opposed to the family overall. Center around free storylines. One of the most thrilling disclosures from Meri's remarks was the chance of a change in the show's story center. By and large, Sister Spouses has fixated on the common relational intricacy and the difficulties of plural marriage. Notwithstanding, as the family splinters, fans are anxious to see more free storylines, especially those including Christine and Janelle's post-separate from lives. Meri indicated that future seasons could dive further into the spouse's singular processes, including her own. There's such a lot of I've been dealing with beyond the family, Meri shared, referring to her flourishing overnight boarding house business, her contribution in self-awareness training, and her recharged center around self-disclosure. She additionally proposed that fans could see a greater amount of her self-improvement and her developing fellowships, like her nearby bond with Jen Sullivan. This possible turn toward free storylines lines up with fans' developing hunger for validness and genuine reports on their number one cast individuals. It's not just about Kody and the spouses any longer, it's about our identity as people, Meri made sense of. Will Kody and Robin be the concentration? Regardless of the moving elements, Meri recognized that Kody and Robin Earthy Colored will probably stay vital to future seasons. In any case, she implied that their conspicuousness on the show probably won't agree with everybody. Few out of every odd story is not difficult to tell, and not every person will like what they see, Meri said mysteriously, driving fans to hypothesize that Kody and Robin's relationship could confront expanded examination in impending episodes. Meri likewise proposed that the creation group is very much aware of the backfire Kody and Robin have gotten from fans in ongoing seasons. While she didn't affirm whether their jobs would be downsized, she implied that the show's makers are investigating ways of adjusting the story and guarantee that all viewpoints are addressed. Difficulties of proceeding with the show. Meri recognized that proceeding with Sister Spouses presents extraordinary difficulties, especially given the family's divided state. Just like it used to be, she conceded, referring to the days when the Browns lived in closeness and cooperated to construct their common dream. Presently, with Christine in Utah, Janelle zeroing in on her own freedom, and Mary moving away from the center relational peculiarity, keeping a strong storyline has become progressively troublesome. There's a great deal of mending that necessitates to occur, Mary said, tending to the close-to-home cost that the family's unwinding has taken on all interested parties. She conceded that this recuperating system could be hard to catch on camera, yet she communicated trust that sharing these battles could move watchers who are going through their own difficulties. Fans say something regarding the eventual fate of the show. Mary's remarks have started exuberant conversations among Sister Spouses fans, a significant number of whom are anxious to see the show take another course. Via web-based entertainment, watchers want more straightforwardness and genuineness in ongoing seasons. Calls for free storylines. I'd very much want to see a season that spotlights on Christine, Janelle, and Mary's lives without Kody, one fan composed on Twitter. Now is the ideal time to continue on from the normal, worn-out show. Disappointment with Kody and Robin. Many fans trust that future episodes will consider Kody and Robin responsible for their activities, with one Reddit client remarking, on the off chance that they don't address Kody's bias and Robin's control, I'm out. Support for Mary. Regardless of her polarizing job on the show, Mary has gotten acclaim for her versatility and her eagerness to share her own excursion. Mary's development has been moving. I genuinely want to believe that we get to see a greater amount of it next season, one fan composed. What's next for Mary? While Mary was mindful so as not to uncover excessively, she dropped a couple of clues about her own tentative arrangements, both on and off the show. She affirmed that she stays focused on her undertakings, including her quaint little inn, Lizzie's Legacy Hotel, and her work as a self-improvement mentor. Mary additionally prodded that she has enormous things underway that could shock fans, however she avoided giving particulars. I'm energized for what's straight away, she said, adding that she desires to keep imparting her excursion to watchers in some limit. End. Mary Earthy Colored's remarks about the eventual fate of Sister Spouses have given a brief look into what could lie ahead for the long-running reality series. While the show faces critical difficulties, including broke connections and evolving elements, Mary's idealism proposes that there's even more going on in the background. Whether Sister Spouses keeps on zeroing in on the family overall or movements toward additional free accounts, one thing is clear, fans are anxious for realness, development, and conclusion. As the Browns explore their next section, watchers will observe perceive how their accounts unfurl, both on and off the screen.